You think modern humans are the tallest people to ever walk the earth? Think again. If you walked into a room of European hunter-gatherers from 30,000 years ago, you wouldn't just be looking them in the eye. You'd likely be looking up at them. Ancient humans were remarkably tall, muscular, and robust. But then something strange happened. As human civilization advanced and we settled down to farm, our bodies started shrinking. We lost inches of height, our bones became lighter, and our overall stature shriveled. If you've ever wondered why our ancestors peaked in height during the Ice Age and why modern life changed our skeletons forever, this video is for you.
To understand human height, we have to travel back to the Upper Paleolithic era. During this time, the Earth was locked in a brutal ice age. Glaciers covered vast portions of the planet, and resources were fiercely contested. Yet, despite the harsh environment, the human body thrived in an unexpected way. It grew.
Anthropologists studying ancient skeletons have found that Upper Paleolithic humans, often called Cro-Magnons, frequently reached heights of 6 feet or more, even averaging around 6 feet 1 inch in certain European populations. Why did this happen? Scientists point to a principle called Bergmann's rule. In cold climates, animals and humans evolve larger bodies to minimize surface area to volume ratio, conserving essential body heat. Furthermore, these ancient humans weren't struggling for nutrients. Their diet was rich, varied, and dense in high-quality animal protein. They chased megafauna across open steppes, giving their growing bones all the building blocks they needed to reach maximum genetic. The Great Agricultural Shrink. For millennia, humans enjoyed towering statures. But then, roughly 10,000 to 12,000 years ago, everything changed. The agricultural revolution swept across the globe. Instead of hunting and gathering, humans discovered farming. At first glance, settling down and growing crops sounds like a massive upgrade. No more chasing dangerous animals across frozen tundra. A guaranteed food supply, right? Wrong. The shift to agriculture turned out to be a biological disaster for human height. Before farming, hunter-gatherers enjoyed a diverse diet featuring dozens of types of plants, nuts, fish, and game. When humans transitioned to agriculture, they hyper-focused on a few staple crops, like wheat, rice, or maize. This created a double whammy for human development. Nutritional deficiency. A diet heavy in cereal grains lacks essential micronutrients and complete proteins required for optimal bone growth. Vulnerability to famine. If the wheat crop failed due to drought or pests, entire populations faced catastrophic starvation. As a result, average human height plummeted across almost every continent where agriculture was adopted. In some regions, humans shrank by several inches in just a few generations. It wasn't just poor nutrition that cut our ancestors down to size. Farming led to permanent settlements, which meant dense populations living right next to their livestock. This close proximity bred diseases. Chronic infections, parasites, and childhood illnesses became rampant. When a growing child's body has to constantly fight off chronic infections like diarrhea, tuberculosis, or malaria, it diverts vital energy away from growth and puts it toward basic survival. Add on top of that the birth of social inequality. With farming came surplus food, and with surplus food came social classes. Elites claimed the best, most nutrient-dense foods for themselves, like meat and dairy, leaving the lower classes to subsist on low-quality grain gruel. Bioarchaeologists examining ancient burial sites can actually look at a skeleton and tell whether that person belonged to the ruling class or the working class simply by measuring their height and bone density. So, if humans shrank for thousands of years, why are people today often quite tall? If you look at the last 150 years, humanity has experienced a massive height rebound. Thanks to the Industrial Revolution,
modern medicine, public sanitation, and access to a diverse, protein-rich diet, we unlocked a second growth spurt. We finally managed to conquer childhood diseases and provide our bodies with the fuel they needed. When we look at why ancient humans became taller, we realize that height is not just about genetics or race. It is a biological mirror reflecting the health, wealth, and environment of an entire society. If you enjoyed this deep dive into human history, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.